Louise-Magdeleine Horthemels, or Louise-Madeleine Hortemels, also called Magdeleine Horthemels, was a French engraver, the mother of Charles-Nicolas Cochin. She is also sometimes credited under her married name of Louise-Madeleine Cochin or Madeleine Cochin. The parish register of the parish of Saint-Benoît, Paris, shows that Louise-Magdeleine, baptized in 1686, was one of at least 6 children of Daniel Horthemels, a bookseller, and his wife Marie Celia. The Horthemels family had come from the Netherlands. Originally Protestants, they became followers of the Dutch Roman Catholic theologian Cornelis Jansen and had links with the Parisian Abbey of Port-Royal des Champs, the center of Jansenist thought in France. Active is a copper plate engraver by 1707. On the 10th of August 1713, Horthemels married another engraver, Charles-Nicolas Cochin the Elder. There were several more engravers in their extended family, including Cochin's brother Frederic and the 2 sisters of Horthemels, Marie and Hyacinthe, who was the wife of Nicolas Henry Tardieu, an eminent engraver, a member of the Academy from 1720, and Marie Nicole, who was married to the portrait artist Alexis Simon Bell. Louise-Magdeleine Horthemels' son Charles-Nicolas Cochin the Younger became an engraver to the court of King Louis XV, a designer, writer, and art critic. Horthemels died in Paris at her son's house on the 2nd of October 1767. Work. Horthemels was active in Paris as an engraver for nearly 50 years and produced more than 60 signed copper plates. Her first published work was a frontispiece for Alain René Lesage's novel Le Diable Boite, which she signed Magdeleine Horthemels FEC. Her later work is signed variously Magd. Horthemels, L. Mag. Horthemels, M. Horthemels, Magd. Horthemels sponsor C. Cochin, and Magdeleine Cochin. It was long believed that Louise-Magdeleine and her sisters Marie Nicole and Marie-Anne Hyacinthe all signed work Marie Horthemels, but a careful study has shown that the signed work of the sisters can easily be distinguished. Nevertheless, the members of the family commonly work together on a single composition. Louise-Magdeleine Horthemels engraved paintings by Nicolas Poussin, Charles Lebrun, Antoine Coypel, Michel Cornet the Younger, Claude Vignon, and Nicolas Lancret, and produced illustrations for a history of the Hôtel des Invalides and for a history of the Languedoc. In collaboration with her husband Charles-Nicolas Cochin the Elder, she designed a series of 23 plates depicting the nuns of the Abbey of Port-Royal and their everyday life. The abolition of the abbey had been ordered by a bull of Pope Clement XI in September 1708. The remaining nuns were forcibly removed in 1709, and most of the buildings were razed to the ground in 1710, on the orders of the Conseil du Roi of King Louis XIV. Horthemels completed a great plate called La Feu d'Artifice de la Place de Navone, after Giovanni Panini, which had been begun by her son Charles-Nicolas Cochin. She also engraved portraits, such as a copper engraving of Prince James Francis Edward Stuart, after an early 18th-century painting by her brother-in-law Alexis Simon Bell. In the early work of Horthemels as an engraver, there is a certain rigidity of line, while architectural detail is emphasized. However, her skill lay in engraving the work of others so that the genius was revealed and her own style was suppressed. Her hand was sure, and her work shows a delicacy and clarity of touch which were much admired in her own time. Gallery, Abbey of Port-Royal des Champs, by Louise-Magdeleine Horthemels, c. 1709.